Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we're going to be live streaming more development of No Place Like, the open source JavaScript platformer, whatever it's turning into game, shooter as well now, I guess, as of the last stream. Anyways, in tonight's episode, I thought we would make use of my trial on Texture Packer that is quickly running out and create a few more sprites, perhaps an enemy sprite that we can shoot at with our gun, our new gun from our last episode. And if we can get through drawing a couple things, then yeah, we'll implement a little bit of the logic behind it too. So stick around. Let's get at it. Alright, so I want to use my tablet. Alright. I love this thing. They're pretty cheap too. I mean, not like super cheap, but they're cheaper than like an iPad, which is nice. Not that the iPads are bad. I like the iPads too, but this is cheaper. It's like $100 or something for one of these. But gotta be careful not to lose your pencil for it, like I might have just done. Whoopsies. Sorry guys. Technical difficulties. One moment. Stand by. Crap. Oh, whew. Okay, we're all good. I have it. I have the pencil, the pen, the stylus, whatever. So, yeah, why don't we do like an enemy of some kind first? Maybe just like a little hovering robot thing. Just have a huge canvas just so we can draw whatever we want on here. Then we'll move it to its own sprite-sized one later. So, size 10, what does that look like? Nothing right now. Let's change that to 20. Oh. Would help if we weren't drawing in white. And also if we had our own layer, because that will be a disaster later. Surge. Named the layer Surge. That's funny. Anyways, there we go. Okay, so yeah, 20 is a little big. Let's put that down to 10. Cool. So let's start off by doing opacity like 50. Yeah, that's pretty good. And we're gonna rename this layer to sketch. And yeah, and we're also gonna, well, whatever. I'll just leave this on. I won't mess with it. So I'm thinking, for a first little thing that we could encounter in this game, it would be kind of cool if there were little like jellyfish, maybe. This might be like going way, or like robot jellyfish. Robot jellyfish, would that be cool? I don't know. That might be a bit much. Or just little floating robots. I think little floating robots might be better actually. Or actually, I've got an idea for a type of enemy. I don't know what it's going to look like though. It's going to be like a little dude who hits the ground and then it has a little explosion of, a little blast of fire comes out the bottom of him and he goes jumping into the air and then like falls, and then every time he hits the ground it goes boosh, boosh, boosh. That's what this guy's going to be, but I don't know what it's going to look like, so let's maybe... Like, I don't know, what about... Drawing him a little too high. Oh, actually we're good. This is feeling suspiciously like ROB. So I gotta make sure I don't exactly just copy everything. That would be bad. I don't want to copy. Like that. Just little kind of skinny pipe legs. And then he could have like a tank on his back of this gas stuff that he's using to blow up. Oh, and then yeah, when you actually shoot him, he should blow up really big. That's too high up. Oh, I'm so shaky today, yikes. Ooh. Oh, it's been a while since I've used this thing. Yo. There we go, just a little tank of some sort with like a tube just attaching to his body, and then kaboom, he can shoot gas out his feet and explode. And, well, not explode, but do like an explosion jump. That'll be cool. Yeah, so guess we could put some like screws up on him, his little parts. Nuts and bolts, whatever. Yeah, I don't really know what other details he needs. I think they're all gonna have these kind of like shiny ball bearing things throughout them, like the one on the title screen we already drew. Yeah, something like that. So, let's, I guess, move on to the outline. Outline. Alright. Up our opacity, back up to 100. And we'll keep the same width and everything, but we're going to zoom in hella so that I hopefully don't wiggle around as much when I'm drawing, because it's pretty bad right now. I'm really twitchy. Which is ironic, because I'm on Twitch. Ha ha ha. Twitchy on Twitch. Yeah, 200 feels comfortable. Like if it's a little bent up, it's, whoops. If it's a little bent up, then I think it's okay, because it sort of shows like the robot's a little bit aged. He's been around the block, he's a little beat up. Because that's what I'm sort of expecting all the robots in this game to be like. Because they're gonna all, you know, have been floating around in space for like ages, and they're all mad and beat up, and yeah, makes sense that they're a little bent. It's also just nice because I really am twitchy. I don't know, it's annoying. Ah, look at that, yikes. How does that look? It's probably so bad, but whatever, let's see. It's fine. It'll do. Oops, actually we were at 200, weren't we? Yeah. Actually, I'm thinking circle eyes might be cooler. Like these kind of circle eyes. Nah, that's... Actually, that's fine. Let's leave it. Cool. I'm gonna veto this song. Sorry guys. Not my style. Sorry if you were digging it, if you were just jamming out, dancing. That's kind of a huge disparity between the sizes of his legs. That's not really what we want to go for. That's a little better, but see how from zoomed out. Yeah, that's fine. That works. Maybe we should make the tank a little bit smaller too, so it doesn't get like misconstrued as a rocket. So maybe a little bit more like... And we could have two little ones instead of one big one. Well, I just cut everything on the layer. That's not what I wanted to do at all. It's close enough, it'll do. Cool. I think that looks pretty decent. Now we just need to draw the little bolts and maybe scratch them up a bit, and then we can add some color. Cool, alright. For a scratches layer, let's make them a little beat up. So first things first, we'll lower this way down to like 3 pixels. See how that looks? Even that's a little, whoops, big. Actually, I probably should save this, shouldn't I? So let's see. How about pictures, game sprites, place like, and we'll call this one Jump Blaster? I don't know. Sure. Yeah, actually that's fine for thickness on the brush, but we're going to turn the opacity down to like 60. Actually even less than that, way less than that, like 20. There we go. Oopsie daisies. We scratched outside of the line. These scratches are more just like scribbles, but that's fine. It's fine. And again. Except I'm not gonna go and delete that whole thing again. We're just gonna go like this. And go like that. Well, not like that. Yes, like that. Well, not like that. That just deleted everything. Select it. There we go. Now we're good. Just a little bit again, but that's okay. Just erase it as best we can. Doesn't matter if there's a little bit of junk hanging out around the edges. We've already got that with some of our other sprites. Now we're going to add a color layer and drink some awesome caffeine poison. Oh, so good. Anyways, move the color layer under his outline layer and just up the brush size to like 30. That's probably good. Yep. And just go full ham after finding a color. Yeah, let's have him like tinged a little red, kind of like that. That's a cool color. Oops. But we want that opacity up, back up. There we go. If we go outside the edges a little bit, it's not the end of the world. I can clean that up at the end. Cool. That's basically his head. You know, actually some part of me kind of likes having that little bit of color coming out of the edges. I think that's like kind of a cool look, but we've already kind of committed to a different, well, you know what, nothing's set in stone. I don't know. I think I'm going to clean the bleed up on these ones, if that's what that's called. Alright. He's looking like a little dude now. Starting to, anyways. Now let's drop the value of that way low. And that'll be his little ball bearing thing. And I think it'd be cool to make the tanks, his gas tank thing, kind of like a pale yellow color. Or maybe a little more orangey. Yeah, a little more orangey. Cool. I want to do something different with his eyes, but I don't know what just yet. Thinking maybe like that dark around the outer edge. Let's bring this down to like 20. And white maybe for the actual camera part. Oops. Oh man. Ah, twitchy fingers, man. Holy. Zoom in maybe, that'll help. There we go. That looks pretty good. I like it. And now we just need to copy him to an image of his own size, plus a little bit of extra room underneath here for his jet fuel explosive rocket propulsion system that's gonna shoot out. But first we need to get him, or yeah, I guess I should clean up all that color that's all messed up around the edges. Or actually, you know what, I could just say it's gonna be scaled down a lot and I don't really care right now. I'll save the XCF as well, so we can always clean it up in the future. But for now, I'm just gonna be lazy and clean it up another time. Actually, wait, yeah, a little bit of extra room for that explosion. Or I could do that with a particle thing. That'd be cool too, actually. Yeah, let's do that with particles. That'd be way neater. So we will just do it right to here. And actually, we don't even need to... This guy can just be a straight up image. He doesn't even have to be a sprite sheet. Oops. Cool. Whoops. Oh, great. We're gonna have to merge all these down. Oh, I don't want to do that just yet. Hang on. Or I guess I could just do it one at a time. So like, start with the color. Paste it into its own thing. That looks funny. Ha! Then get the outline. Now just check that that actually lined up. I don't think that lined up. Is it Control-Alt-V? Control-Shift-V? No, not Control-Shift-V. Edit, paste in place. Control-Alt-V, okay. Control-Alt-V. That's helpful. Whatever, I think it's close. What the hell? What the hell is going on? Thank you. Actually, the place we'd really be able to tell would be the eyes. Even though I just said I don't care. Actually, yeah, they're good. They're good. Cool. There is just a fair bit of bleed in this picture, that's all. Now we'll grab the scratches. And like the texturing, whatever you want to call it. Merge that down, and cool. Now we're good to export this guy. You know what? I am gonna make him a little bit bigger and make a few frames of him. Let's see here. So canvas size, increase the height. That's probably good right there. Layer to image size. And zoom that back out, I guess. I don't know, 75, 80, whatever. 80, sure, that looks good. Anyways, we'll make another layer under here for the flare. And something. I guess we'll start with the airbrush. Have it be this kind of electric blue color. I think this is the same blue we used for our projectile, so that's what I'm going for. So, well, we'll export this as frame 1. I don't know why I've suddenly switched and I'm using my mouse. It's not going super well, but whatever, it's fine. And that's awkward. There's way more room on one side than there is on the other, but again, I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. Now, something like that. I don't know. Does that look really cheesy? I'm thinking that's not the best. Whatever. Looks fine. Export as, wow, not that. That's not what I meant to click. Export as frame 2. Boom. And then cut all of that and just redraw it. Cool. And switch it up to draw the little bolts. And export that as 3. 4, 3. Kaboom! Okay. Now we've drawn enough for now. We can move on to exporting them as a multi-atlas through Texture Packer, and then yeah. We saved that guy. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Discard that. We don't need that. And we want Texture Packer. Kaboom. Oh, I guess I should actually move those files around to the right places too, hey. Open that in a new tab. Game sprites, no place like, jump blaster. Copy those. And oops, go here. Games, no place like, source, assets, images, sprites, and this will be a new one. We'll call it what was the new guy's name? Jump Blaster. Jump Blaster. Make a new folder for this one called frames, and another one called packed. Make a new folder in here called let's call this like jump, I guess. That'll be his one animation for now. Cool. Oh wait, no, not cool. Need to copy those frames into there. Now it's cool. Alright. Let's copy all the frames into here, shall we? Boom. It's a little gigantic, but ooh, definitely use PNG8 format, thank you. Yeah, I knew we cut off the electricity a little bit there with the edge of the image, but that's okay. Not being too picky about all this. Huh, funny, that's an interesting way to pack them, but whatever works, I guess. I'm sure it has a reason for doing it that way. Anyways, JSON file, up, Jump Blaster, packed, and we're gonna call it Jump Blaster. Ooh, 1 day left on my trial. I chose the right day to do this stream. Cool. And yeah, well, that's all good. Publish sprite sheet. Boom, done. Alright. Oh wait, yeah, we do want to save that as new. Jump Blaster, packed. Jump Blaster.tps. Cool. Now, hopefully we're not going to run into a bunch of super annoying animation errors, because we were getting a fair bit of that last time I was trying to get animations, like sprite animations, to work. I don't know why, but hopefully it'll just run smoothly for this one. So let's go into our game, start up our dev server. This is our game so far. You can run, you can jump. It's a little laggy right now, but it does work, I promise. You can shoot like kind of bubbles or something out of your gun. Pew, 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 like that. That's the game so far. Now we're gonna add our new robot dude as something that's gonna jump around. Okay, excuse me. So, we don't need test level, don't need index, don't need... no, we don't need that actually. Not just yet anyways. We do need the preloader, so let's start here. So we're going to load up another multi-atlas. I'm going to call this one what are we calling it? Jump Blaster? Keep forgetting the name. Sprite slash Jump Blaster slash packed slash Jump Blaster. blaster. Jump blaster. So let's save that and see if it just loads in and has no errors. Good sign. Now, let's try and add the animation, or create the animation rather. So we'll just copy this whole block right here. And we'll change this to jump blaster. Jump blaster. I'm just gonna. Oh, actually, sorry, that's the key of the animation. We're gonna call this jump. Although, do we already have a jump? I should check. No, we have an up and a down. Good. Overlapping keys when you're doing this process often causes issues, so I just try and name everything stuff that's different, so that it's just not a problem. Although it's still been a problem several times. Jump blaster. Jump prefix. Start 1 and 3. Oopsie daisies. Because we only have 3 frames, I believe. Suffix PNG, frame rate 4, sure. That all sounds good to me. Now let's see if it sounds good to Phaser. Hey, no errors, beautiful. Alright, jump blaster. We have created the animation. Yes. So now, we need to actually add him somewhere. So why don't we head over to one of our levels, which is not under assets, under scenes, levels. We've got the Africa camp level and the test level. Let's just add it to the Africa camp level. Oh, actually that shouldn't be there anymore. That should be in the preloader. Burning portal thing tile animation. Create. Okay. Now, let's see. I guess in our create function, we're gonna have to add, we'll go this dot physics dot add dot sprite, and we'll add it, I don't know, let's say to 700 by 500. I don't know, or 700 and 500 XY. That's just a total shot in the dark. No idea where that's going to end up, but hopefully somewhere kind of down the stairs from everything else. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, and we'll say, what's he called again? I see, I'm so bad. Jump blaster. And we'll assign him to a variable. I'll say this dot baddie1 equals that. This dot baddie1 dot set scale 0. Let's say 4. Let's see if it actually adds it. Maybe let's add it right at the top, just so it's roughly where we start as well. Where are we adding the guy? It doesn't say in here. Let's take a look at our base level, because that's where it says. X500, okay, so let's say x is I don't know, 200, and y is 0. Try that. Oh damn, there he is. He's still gigantic, but he works. We haven't added any collisions with him yet, but we'll do that shortly. So here, let's say set scale to like 0.1. I don't know. I drew him kind of huge, apparently. That's like a fine size. That works for me. 0.1 scale. It's a little overkill though, but again, we can optimize later. Premature optimization is the root of all evil. Anyways, let's also just check for that collision code. Yeah, right there, collider. Physics.add collider, this dot baddie1, and the solid layer. So now he shouldn't fall through the map. Look at that, he lands. Neato. Now we get to create some enemy logic, which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, would make way more sense to put in its own class yet again. But just while we're starting out, let's just code it all in the same place, so it's just a little bit easier to debug and look at. I don't know. For some people, I feel like it's easier to break it up into classes right away, but for me, I always find it's easier just to do it messy first and clean it up later. So let's see. If this dot baddie1 dot body dot touching, I think, dot down. Log touching, because we want this guy to like do his little explosion and bounce off the ground every time he touches the ground. So we need to know how, if he's touching the ground, which that didn't tell us. Maybe it's blocked. Let's try blocked. And there's touching and there's blocked in Phaser, and I still don't totally get the difference between the two of them. There we go, now it works. See, he's touching the ground, and it says here it's logging touching. This dot let's say, is it just set x velocity, or is it body dot set x velocity, or y velocity? I'm just gonna try this dot set. Is it set velocity y, or is it set y velocity? I can't remember. Oh, our code's so modular now, I can't find anything. Oh man. Does that mean I'm a bad programmer? Should be easier, right? MC Africa, here we go. Stop body dot set velocity y, okay. Baddie1 dot set velocity y. Let's say negative 300, and this dot baddie dot set velocity x. Oops. So baddie1 dot body dot set velocity x, and we'll say random. Random what? Random direction? I don't know. Let's say random velocity. Const random velocity. Nope, not random r. Random velocity equals math.random times, let's say 600. So the max he would ever jump would be 600, and the min he would ever jump would be 0. And we also need to say have a random direction, which is just going to be a positive or negative. So there's probably a better way to do this, but coin toss equals, let's just actually heads or tails equals math.random greater than 0.5 question mark, or not even question mark, actually, just like that. And then we can say if, actually, yeah, we can go like that, and we can say if heads or tails, so that's effectively saying if heads or if tails, this dot baddie1 dot body dot set velocity x is negative random velocity. So he's going to jump in at a random velocity in a random direction every time he hits the ground. So he might just bounce around back and forth. He might go all over the place. Who knows? It's just going to be chaos. And we're also going to say this dot baddie1 dot set flip x true, or actually no, that would be false on this one, and true on that one. So let's test it out and see if it works. So we're falling together, falling, shoot at him, totally miss him. Oh damn! Okay, 600 is a bit high for a maximum apparently. So let's maybe down that by half to 300. Hey, shout out for the follow, Certesca54. So there we go. Now he jumps in random directions and random speeds. His it looks like his height is a little bit too small. Oh no, it's because shoot, I think he's got the same bug that we had with our character before, where we need to implement like kind of like a friction system instead of just stopping his velocity when he hits the wall. But for now, I think we'll just get around that by setting his Y velocity to be way higher, so he jumps really high. Boom! Shit. Cool. So now we've got a little bit of enemy logic, even though there's no hit tests for it yet, and he totally just flew off the edge that time. So let's move him a little bit further into the level. X instead of 200, let's say X 1000. Whoa, there he is. Oh, he's in the cave, damn! Boom, ah! Chase him! Boing, whoa! Shoot him, take him down! Bam, 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 bam! Obviously it doesn't work yet, but... and he seems to be stuck, but... oh, no he's not. Boom! He's free! Oh, did he fall down? I think he died. Cool. So that works. What should we add next? Oh, sweet poison. So I guess we should add collisions between his bullets and the bad guy now, right? That only makes sense. We'll say this dot physics dot is it physics dot add? I can't remember. Physics dot add dot overlap. But I couldn't get this to work before, which is kind of the thing that I'm a little worried about, but let's just see. Phaser 3, not collision, we want Phaser 3 overlap container, no, not container, particles. Collision between sprite and particles, exactly. But you could loop through the active particles and check for overlaps. Oof. That sounds like a lot, but I guess that was how it would have to work. Red call? What the heck? Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, body.hit test. What? I didn't know that was a function in Phaser. Hell yeah. So I guess we need a function. Sorry guys, I'm a little slow tonight. I'm just, I don't know, a little tired. So we'll say, oh, we've already got a check overlap function for our fire, which I'm probably going to be able to rewrite that and make it way nicer with this body.hitTest function, but we'll say, oh shoot, now hang on a minute. Actually, I've got an idea. Why don't we now add a new array, and this one's going to be called enemies. Enemies is an array, and it's going to contain this dot baddie1. And is this a good way to do it? I just don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to go for it. Let's see. Or should it be in a container, I wonder? So hard to know right from the get-go how to organize everything, I find. Sorry if you can hear my brother screaming in the other room, by the way. He's a loud game enthusiast. Anyways. Ooh, that lag. There we go. You know what, I think I'm just gonna commit what we had for now, just so that it's on the live demo and you guys can actually play around with it if you so wish. Yeah. There he is. Bam! Even though it doesn't actually do anything yet if you shoot him, but still, the point is it works. Oh, I feel like he's going to be stuck in here forever. Anyways. So yeah, let's get that online for you guys. So we don't need to commit package.json. We do need to commit preloader scene. Let's just do git diff /scenes. Let's just get rid of that array where we're passing in baddies before we define him. Then we'll just clean it up. That should be sufficiently cleaned up. Adds basic jumper bot logic. Oh, let's also put it as the not a number ticket. Oh, I'm not on master. Crap. Let's just merge it into master. Kirk merge? Nope. That's a little weird, but I would type my own name. Kirk-6-angular aim in shoot. Let's just take a look. Adds basic jumper bot. Yep. I did wish I didn't add it to the wrong branch, but whatever. Kaboom! Oh crap. Oops, wrong program. Okay. So there you go. You should now in a few minutes, you should be able to test that on your own machine. What am I looking for? Right. And there it is. For anybody joining us in the future, they can check that out. Alrighty. So, I'm thinking we might wrap that up a little bit early tonight, as well as like we did last night, and just keep this stream on the shorter side. We've been live for about an hour now, and I'm happy with what we've gotten done. We made the beginnings of a little bad guy robot. I guess next time we'll make it so we can shoot him, and then after that we can circle back to the multi-touch aim and shoot logic. It's just as soon as I get the debugger working on my phone. I guess I could have been talking to you like this, but anyways, yeah, so thanks for tuning in, for those of you who did, and for those of you watching in the future, what's up? So yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that, and see you next time.